welcome everybody to the sports edition of Strong Perspective Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Keith Armstrong. I'm here with my other host, Jaquari Armstrong. Damon Armstrong had a little technical difficulty, but he'll be joining us pretty soon. We have some special guests tonight, Elbert Ellis, North Carolina native, friends of the show, Bill Burnett, Karson Armstrong, and Bruce Williams. So we're going to be talking about exactly current events of what the sports day. But what I want to do is ask everybody how your day was. Jaquari, how was your day?
My day was it was eventful, man. Got a opportunity to finish, get some work done from throughout the week or whatever. Nothing major. I survived to the show, so let's get it.
Great fault. L, welcome to the show, brother. How was your day?
Day is great, gentlemen. Thanks for having me on. Just sitting back post birthday with our daughter last night out throwing axes. That was crazy. Having a good time doing that, getting some eats and stuff like that. Then, we got the weekend, so my wife made me go brine some ribs for the grill tomorrow. So I'm gonna be slaving. She got a good one over here. But yeah,
Good one. Okay.
She got a good old country boy, Keith. Good old country boy.
Hey, there you go. Big Bill, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How you feel, brothers? I'm good,
all right.
man.
How was your day?
Good to be here. It was solid, every day above ground, and able to make money and all. That's a good day, bro. Good day. No problem.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Looking forward to the show today.
Okay. Karson, welcome again, my guy. How was your day today?
Good, just same day as usual, just working to get better. Looking forward to next week in my finals, exams, and to quit school. Not quit school, but
you quitting school?
Yeah, quit school.
Quit school.
You get real ambitious.
Yeah. It's called a hiatus. It's called a hiatus, nephew. You got to go back.
You got to go back, man.
It's called a vacation, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, how you doing, brother? How was your day today?
I'm good, family. How you? I'm good. I had off today. My boys had off of school, and I got them right now. So I took off, and I was just shuffling them back and forth. They're 11 and 13 now, so I'm shuffling one to his friend's house. The other one, the friend came here. So I did a lot of shuffling around, got some yard work, and I'm good.
Cool.
Everything's good.
Welcome, man. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, we're waiting on Damon. He'll be with us soon, What I'll do is do a little bit of house cleaning and then housekeeping. House cleaning, wow. Housekeeping. And then we'll proceed to the show. Like I said earlier, this is Strong Perspective Podcast. Our main hold on. Damon Armstrong, how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. I'm struggling for a minute, but I'm on now.
Okay. How's your day today? Everything good?
Yeah, everything was beautiful, man. Other than I got to this part, you know what I'm saying?
Those old fingers didn't work like they're supposed to.
Hey, that must be Bolo. He must have got home.
Bill is in Philadelphia, y'all. So
I heard them sirens. I know he must be home.
But let me get back to the housekeeping.
Hey, Bruce, I heard that. I heard that, Bruce.
All right, well, look, like I said, this is a Strong Perspective Podcast. What we try to specialize in is having conversations with everyday people, because what we always believe that everyday people really and truly make this world go around. Our opinions always matter, even though people try to ignore them, even though they're very important, because what we do is we sway the patterns, we sway everything through our conversation, who we know. So what we try to do here is promote conversation. Sometimes people confuse conversation, and this is my segment. Sometimes people confuse conversation with being right. But in my eyes, conversation really has to do with exchange of information. Whether you like that information that you're receiving or the person is liking the information that they're receiving, it don't matter. You know, as long as you understand what is being communicated to you, it can swing negative, it can swing positive, but it's communications to sit down and just talk it out and express yourself. This is what we're trying to do on this show. That's my segment, so we're going to move on. So, Elbert, why don't you do us a favor and talk about yourself, and show love to who needs to be showed love to in the beginning, and then we can talk about you.
Yes, sir. Well, giving honor to whom is due. I thank God for my deceased mom and dad, Elbert Sr., Margaret Ellis. I thank Jesus for being my savior. Very grateful to be here on the show with you guys. From Durham, North Carolina originally, was a track and field All-American in high school and Gatorade Athlete of the Year. So a lot of schools all over the country chasing me, Stanford, Nebraska, you name it. And Bishop Big Ham and Bill know I went to Pitt. 6-time All-American there, 3 USA teams, 1 gold, 2 bronze internationally. My big brother was Roger Kingdom. The big shout out to him. I ran with Bad Boys International with Roger, and I know Keith, you know Roger.
Oh, yeah.
Took me around for a year for free and always told me to pay it back. I could never pay him a dime. So there's 3 hots in the clock. I'm driving all his cars, flying. We're going to all these different track meets. He trained me, and I never beat him in college. I got faster. So I owe Roger a big debt of gratitude. Very great guy. From that, after I ran professionally, I ended up getting to the NFL. But I was a school teacher for 25 years. But my first year teaching, that's what actually got me into the NFL. So I ended up playing with Pittsburgh, New England. I'm an original Panther from the first team they had, the Chiefs and the Jets. Married to the most beautiful woman in the world, Jenny Victoria Ellis. My oldest boy, Ellis III. Y'all probably know him as El Boogie, but played it for Louisville this year. He's the number 2 scorer in the ACC. Has a COVID year, just transferred to Arkansas. My daughter's at Elizabeth City State University. My middle boy runs track like I did, Big Hammer.
Okay.
Runs 400, hurdles, everything. His name is Manuel. We call him Manny Fresh. So he has a 4.07 GPA and about 10 to 12 colleges. Look at him right now. And then my baby boy is 13, and yeah. So that's kind of it for me. And now I happen to be a volunteer scout, lead scout here, recruiter for Primetime Scouting, working with my good friend Mark Everett, the 3-time Olympian, 3-time world champion, 3-time world record holder. So technically, that's what I do all day. I scout 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. On my birthday, your birthday, Jesus' birthday, I'm scouting, trying to get a kid in the school. So that's what I do. I get in trouble all the time with my wife, but, you know, somebody needs to go to college and have the same opportunities we did, you know, to experience life, new people, and that's what we're about. So in a nutshell, that's kind of a little bit about me and who I am and what I do.
Okay.
Hell of a resume. Hell of a resume.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Speaking of prime time, can you give us an idea of how many kids you've impacted during the time that you've been with them?
Absolutely. So what I'm doing now, I technically did it for 20 years and didn't know I was doing it. The athletic director and the leader of Primetime, Mark Evans, been doing it for 30. So what we do, we help kids get recruited. You always hear about this saying this kid went under the radar and that type of thing, or coaches aren't looking at them. We want to make sure those kids are looked at. The super stud 5-star kids, a lot of them don't need our help. Sometimes they want our help because there's certain things that they can't get or they're not prepared for. So we make sure these kids get recruited. We're going to find the right school for them. So we vet the schools, vet the coaches, and make sure it's the right fit. Because you see a lot of kids going to the wrong school a lot, and they're unhappy. So we deal with every Division III, Division II, Division I, every NAIA, JUCO, HBCU, and prep school from here to Hawaii and Alaska. We do all sports except cheerleading, but we will help the cheerleaders get academic money to go to school. And we do regular academic students. If they just a whiz, love to read books and Harry Potter and all that good stuff, that's what we want. Because there's more academic money out here than athletic money. But we do all sports. We speak on behalf of the parents and the kids because little people know coaches do not want to speak to parents because we're biased, and we should be. Our job is to tell our kids you're the best in the world. You can do anything you want to, president, owner of NASA, whatever. So that's your job, but our job is to take what you know about your child, relate that to the kid, relate that to the schools, to the administration, and market that kid properly and get them recruited and save people from going into debt. There's no reason for anybody in the United States or even really the world to go into debt for going to college because there's too many schools out here that want kids and they're looking for them. And we know who's looking for you. That's the most important thing. So there are a bunch of other services that come with prime time. We have a scholarship lady. She's our career specialist, but we like to call her scholarship lady. If she talks to your child or talks to you about scholarships, she's going to find money. She's the reason why my daughter's at Elizabeth City State University for a total of $18 this year. I'm going to say it again, $18. And she did not have the numbers to get $18, but we are very good at what we do. So we have people like that, trainers, chefs. There's nothing that we're not involved in or get involved in it, from cryptos, you name it, stocks, bonds, whatever. We teach financial wealth to the kids. We want our kids to be in our program for their entire lives. And once you sign up with a program, you're in it for life. So if the kid graduates, like your son graduates from college in prime time, if I can't come, if my boss can't come, we send him some money. You get married, please send me that. I love a wedding. You know, we come into that. So, but we support our families and find everything they need. We're a one-stop shop, like that good old grandma and grandpa store in the corner. Your credit's good with us. And they know the families, and everybody comes into prime time is family. So
hey, Al,
we do
I have a
what we say
question
we
for you,
do.
Al.
Please, go ahead.
All right, he getting punished because he cut you off, man.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead and finish, man.
No, you fine. No, so in a nutshell, that's what we do. So, and also all our kids get internships inside their major. So whether that kid, once we can find them a school, they stay in school between their sophomore and junior year once you declare, or if they come home, either way the internship is there, lock them into their career. Now we got a path for them to succeed in life and make some money. Yeah.
Hey, Al, I got a question for you.
Let's go.
Is that prime time not affiliated with Deion? Is it Deion Sanders?
I cannot concur and deny that Deion is not affiliated with us, but just know we know Deion Sanders very well. Let's just say that.
Okay, I thought he was a prime time. You know, with the prime time.
No. You right on it. It's just I have a gag order about certain things because certain things coming out later on. But if you understand my drift, yeah. So we do know
sir, I got you.
Deion Sanders, Mr. Primetime. Yes, we do know him.
Wow.
Okay, any other questions, guys? Karson, you the youngin in here. Do you have a question? Are you curious about what Mr. Ellis was talking about? Coach Ellis was talking about?
I understand what he does and what's his job.
Okay. So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Are we the only ones who just getting this first? No, I'm not, but everybody on this panel is kind of getting this firsthand. Is this the best kept secret, or is this well known?
It is a best kept secret. We're getting more known as we progress every day. People are finding out about us. We're growing the company one client at a time, one school at a time. So we're taking our time doing it because we're doing it right. We're not going to rush and do it, but you'll see a little more things happening. But we are the best thing out here. And we also have money back guarantees. So all my scholarships are guaranteed. So everybody on my rosters for football, baseball, basketball, track and field, everybody has a scholarship. We've never failed. I've been doing this going on 5 years since 2018. And no one has ever not received a scholarship to go to college. So we are 100% when it comes to that. The other companies are not, and they do not do the guarantee. We're the only ones that do that in the world.
Now,
So we are the best kept secret. Yes.
look, folks watching this in the present and the future, you have to understand what this man is saying. He is saying the kind of things that a parent dreams about.
Yeah.
Because they are taking the burden and helping families to school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I that's what I got from it. I don't know about everybody else, but that's what I got from it. I mean, I really, it inspires me that
Yeah.
it's like that. You know what I mean? Because you gotta think about it. I'm a former D1 athlete. I got friends that played in NBA, NFL, good friends,
Yep.
right? And good friends that's coaching in the NBA and in the NCAAs, right? Some of the things that they tell me or what's going on is very disheartening, right?
Yep.
Because, all right, let me just be fair about it. When my oldest son was, trying to get a scholarship and all that, right? Very good player, but wasn't well known. I didn't panic because I understand there's many roads to where you need to be.
Yep.
I had to keep he kept him and his mother were panicking. Like, oh, this is not calm down. You see what I'm saying? Let's just wait and let's see because what's going to happen is now I'm not Nostradamus, but what's going to happen is we're going to see a pathway to where we need to be. But a lot of parents, I saw a lot of parents have nervous breakdowns
Yes.
because they did not know. You know what I'm saying? And then, and look, this is not a disparagement on travel ball, but you have guys who just want to look good as coaches, just want to look good, but they don't know how to help the kid get better.
Oh, you preaching right now.
But they're well known though. They're
Yep.
well known, and coaches will go to them. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the funny thing about it is like I understand from the coaching point of view where a parent trying to get their kid in and they may be you said it earlier, they may be thinking, well, my kid is great.
Oh man.
I'm gonna keep telling my kid he's great, right? But
Yeah.
then the coach is like, hey, he may not be what I'm looking for. Or you don't have to call me every damn day. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
But I just admire, I'm just saying, I just admire what you're doing. And I'm glad that you're doing it. There's somebody out there that's for the parent. And also a bridge to the coaches.
Yes. So when you say that, so when COVID hit, no one could take trips. Coaches couldn't come to you. There's death happening. People scared. Our business went up 500%. So we're the go-between for everything. I'm talking to administrators, deans, provosts, the whole 9 yards, and we're getting them in front of the kids. I actually called one school. They were in a production meeting or meeting trying to figure out how to get recruits. They said, "How did you know to call us?" I said, "Man, we're very good at what we do. We know y'all looking for kids. We know when the money comes out. So it's a lot of things people don't know. And like you said, Big Hammer, parents don't know. You happen to be fortunate enough to have experience and understand something is going to open up. But if some other parents went around here, this is like Chinese arithmetic to them. People doing vertices and stuff. They don't know how to do that. The counting points and stuff. They don't know how to do that. So they freaking out because little Johnny ain't getting talked to. So our parents, they do the same thing, but we there to calm them down because we know. Had one call me today because mom's coach, coach did call. I said, Mom, number one, He's at the regional track meet trying to see if he's gonna get points, win, lose, whatever. And also, it's the weekend, Labor Day, whatever the big holiday coming up. They human too. People forget that. And these coaches go through some mess, brother. People have no idea. They ain't the best people in the world. Some of them are, but it's some stuff coaches have to go through. They would not believe, and the coaches tell us. That's the funny thing. They let us know the pressure and the stress. They got to keep their job. You know, if they don't have the right kid, their job is gone.
Would there ever be like a scenario if you found like a young person who wanted to possibly get into what you guys were doing? Do you have a process for that?
It's funny you say that. I'm the guy that hires and trains every scout or anybody who wants to be a scout in prime time. So my son has actually done it. I have one of my other student athletes that does it. So they'll refer us to another kid. The kid will sign up because they'll tell them, hey, this is what they're doing for me. And there's nothing like word of mouth. Nothing like that. And so we'll train anybody to do it. Grown-ups, grandma, grandpa, whoever, if they can follow some simple directions. And the hardest things are the simple things because people's brains are rushing all over the place. Well, I think I need to do it this way. No, the wheel is fine. Let it roll the way it is, and we figured that out. We have a foolproof system that works if the people come in. But getting folks to believe and understand, that's usually the hard part. Because they always think, I know a guy, I know a guy. My coach, no, we are those guys. And they don't know that. A lot of times people don't know who they're talking to. They have no idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, down at the bottom of the screen is all the crucial information that you guys need to know. You know, phone numbers, the websites, the name. Listen, you know, El approached me, what, 5 years ago?
Yep.
5 years ago. And he's been going strong ever since. And I've been watching it from afar. And he posts all the successes on Facebook all the time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, look, it's the real deal. You know what I mean? And I'm not promoting. I'm just saying I'm inspired as a parent. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we love our kids.
Yes.
Especially when our kids are athletes. You know what I'm saying? We love our kids. And so when we feel there's somebody right there along with us, we feel better about going on because the high, you know, it's high anxiety. It's high anxiety. And I'm cool. Go ahead.
No. So when you said high anxiety, you triggered a memory. So one of the kids who we ended up coming in prime time, young Caucasian man, he was a receiver, pretty good receiver. Kid was freaking out because, like I said, COVID hit and all types of stuff. So he was getting depressed, getting down because these kids, you know, these COVID babies, it's a little different, this generation. So this young man was plotting on killing himself.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And came into prime time, and we had one school call him and changed his whole life. All the energy came back, all the life. He feels I can live and go forth. So, and I had a student many years ago, Latin American kid. I should have kept a piece of paper. His name's kid name, we call him Tito. So Tito writes on a piece of paper a little note to me. I'm in the gym by myself, comes in the gym, give me the note, turns around, walks out. I started reading the note. Now he got a whole family that I've taught. I've taught anybody last name Cruz. If they're Latin American, I taught all cousins, the nieces, the whole crew of kids from the beginning of that school I was at. This young man wrote me that note and said, if you didn't do what you did, I was going to kill myself. So what we do in prime time and what we do as teachers, parents, and you guys online is you don't know whose life you saved. You really don't know about talking to that kid and taking some time because somebody's not listening. One of my favorite things in life is to listen with the intent to hear what the other person is saying. A lot of people don't do that. Right. They don't. So what we do in prime time, I want to say we just saving lives. It's like ministry almost. Someone needs help. Somebody doesn't know. Somebody kid's depressed. Their grades start dropping. Now they're going to the wrong thing. They go to so we trying to stop all those things and get them on the right path and keep them on that path of success.
Okay.
Hey, look, I wanted to spend this first half an hour to really and truly let you speak on it, brother, because like I said, I've noticed, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because we talk periodically, but I've saw and understood, what you were doing, and it was a great thing because me, I coached, and that's part of the reason why you reached out because I was coaching in high school,
yep,
and I was trying, I pass it along to the coach, because see, that's the thing about it with high school coaches, they feel like they don't have any power anymore, so they don't really put up that real effort like they used to.
uh,
This is my opinion. You know
right,
what I mean? And because I was there, I witnessed it. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And I was assistant coach under a great offensive mind, but and he knew a lot of people. But the fact that he didn't have to do it, and there's no discouragement. It's just the simple fact that he didn't have to help these kids. Like he would, okay, if I sent somebody to him, he would put in a good word to whoever he knew, right?
yeah,
But he was not going to do anything for him. And personally, it didn't feel right. You know what I mean?
right.
So, um, just like I said, look at the bottom of the screen for the future guys and ladies looking at this. It's the name, it's the number, it's the website. They're doing great things.
If I can,
Go
one
ahead.
thing that's very important about this is time. A lot of times, parents and kids are looking to get recruited when they're a senior. That's way too late. So, some inside information people don't know, I'm going to give that freely right now. There's a particular school called the University of Alabama. So, if a kid is on Alabama's sideline, if you see all 100 plus jerseys, whatever, you got double numbers and stuff, with that many kids on the team. Nick Saban invites those kids to camp in seventh grade.
Hmm.
They've been coming to camps in seventh grade, eighth grade, ninth grade, 10th grade. And we know for a fact that everything is built through relationship. So
Thanks.
we know the whole conversation whenever he decides to pull a kid in, if they really that serious of an athlete, he'll fly down to the school, land on the 50-yard line, walk up with the athletic director and coach, go in the office, pull mom, dad, and the kid in there. And the first thing mama's going to say is, Coach, I want my son to get his degree and I want him to have a fair and partial opportunity to play. We know for a fact that this man is going to say, Mom, hold that conversation, turn to the young man, lean over and say, young man, are you coming or not? That's the whole conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
But people don't know that. They have no idea. So the longer people wait to have someone advocate for them, because there are small windows every day for these coaches. I have coaches that contact me at 3:30 in the morning, 6:35 a.m. Had one said to me, he said, send me your whole track roster for 2024 and 2023. And he was on his way to a championship to watch some track and field up in wherever he was at. So those little small windows, we're in them. Coaches are coaching. By the time, if the coach teaches during the day, he's teaching, not doing what he really wants to do, which is coach. Okay? Then he has to do practice, do whatever. If he gets home at 8 o'clock, it's a blessing. Now I got to spend time with my own wife and kids. Who am I going to call? Definitely not Ghostbusters. Okay? I don't have time. So he's missed those windows, and not on purpose. And some coaches, they don't care. Just being frank and honest. And other ones, the ones who do, they can't get to the coaches. We can because we have their cell phone numbers. We even know who their girlfriends are, as Mark Everett says. So we know all about them and how they react and how they flow, that type of thing. So we can get messages to them to say, look at this kid. And the longer people wait, the harder it is. I have a parent that has an 8-year-old and 3-year-old in this program right now,
Hmm.
because inflation for school is going up and our prices will be going up as well. So their kid will know so much by the time they are in middle school is going to pretty much know the whole game and understand what this whole thing is about, because this is a very serious business that we're part of, that we are not taught. And keep, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's a big business side to this thing, and it's entertainment. Entertainment.
It is. Okay. We're at halftime. We're
Yes, sir.
really at halftime because I think that might be going a little over, but we're going to change it up a little bit after Jaquari does his segment,
Yeah.
and we're going to talk sports. And just to let you guys know, we got to bring up LBJ because Karson suffering a little bit, and I believe he wants to express himself. So we're gonna give him an opportunity to do so. Jaquari, it's time for your segment, brother.
Well, the name of my segment, man, is Uncle Spo Says, and usually, I try to come up with something snappy or something, some kind of anecdote, to add into the conversation, man. But I mean, as I told you earlier, Ellis, some things that you said about what you do, and with helping young folks, I didn't even know it was permissible, concerning like in regards to like the NCAA. I thought they were
Yeah.
the only. I thought they were the only entity that was involved in doing certain things that you're doing. I mean, it's amazing to me, man. Exactly how some people how some people use the resources and the connections that they created over the years, man. I mean, for other people's benefit. That's hustle. That's hustle, man. That's and I respect that, man. I really do. Can you tell us? Can you tell us like what are some of the pitfalls, man? What are some of the things that could happen if you guys weren't on top of your business?
The biggest pitfall, honestly, brother, is for people who do not sign up with us. There are a lot of things that happen when a kid goes to college, on their way to college, getting recruiting, that type of thing. They don't really know the coaches. They don't know the landscape, that type of thing. It's a lot of stuff they don't know. We do. So if something goes wrong, the one thing we can do for our kids, and you hear it a lot, you've been hearing it a lot, transfer portal, transfer portal. People think this is some magical place, red pill, blue pill, whatever you want to call it from the Matrix, you know. But the truth of the matter is this. There are over 20,000 athletes, if I'm not mistaken, my numbers should be right still, that are stuck in the transfer portal right now.
Wow.
And the reason why they're stuck is coaches don't know about them or they don't want them. Before our kids are even going to put themselves into that portal, we're going to talk to a coach first. We're going to talk to administrators first, secretary, to make sure that they want them. And by the time, if that happens on like today, Friday, by Monday or Tuesday, our kids are getting picked out that portal. Sometimes coaches try to take funds from kids. Or they release them, meaning that your scholarship is now null and void. Go get in the portal and find somewhere else to go. We don't want you here. So we foresee all those problems. If a new problem comes up, we get to the bottom of it. So we have people that we can call that can give us answers to questions. So the only real problem we have is when people don't sign up. Everything else we handle. And we've had the craziest stuff happen. You wouldn't even believe. Crazy stuff happen. But we get it done and make it better for our clients. So the hardest thing is them not letting us help them.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's my segment, y'all. Thank you very much.
You took the easy way out, man. You should have asked that question earlier.
And that's
Can
what I was thinking about the.
Can I ask a follow-up question to that?
Please.
So now, is this all athletic related? Like, are all these kids trying to get athletic scholarships, or are these also academic scholarships?
Man, that's an incredible question. Thank you for bringing that. And is it Bruce?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Bruce, thank you for that. And I love that Laker jersey in the middle back there. Just want to say that for the record.
My
But
man.
yeah, yes, sir.
You got
But
sister jersey,
no. So we do academics as well. So you got some schools that'll let you stack, as they call it. The kid can do academic scholarships and it can do athletic scholarships, but we also have grants. And for kids who are just students, like we were discussing before, and I've discussed many times, a lot of parents miss the whole talk because they're not really listening. If they have a kid who's just smart, just great grades, there's a school in America for them. And they are dying, itching to get them to the school. We know for a fact, like at PWIs, predominantly white universities, they have a certain amount of money for African Americans because they get it from the government. So if they don't take a certain amount of kids, they lose their money. And schools like their money because that's sitting in an account. And I'm pulling interest off that account. I need that money in there. This is all a big game. So there are kids at my wife's alma mater, the North Carolina Central University. There are Asian kids walking around school right now on full ride. White kids walking around on school right now on full ride. And we know about those things. And plus, I have a book this thick in my room, $1.5 million worth of scholarships throughout every state. But people can't get to that if they don't know me. They don't know where to go to get that information. But I do. So I got plenty of money, lots of grants, all types of stuff. Lots of. If you don't know where to go, how to ask, you can't get it. But there's a lot of schools will put the kid on the team, give them an athletic scholarship because they're out of, an academic scholarship because they're out of athletic money. So they're doing that now.
Yeah. And that's actually brilliant because it's parent based, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's actually brilliant, man, because all these different scholarships are out there, but people don't know how to access them.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to access them. The only thing I'm thinking about, man, on the lines of what Jacory is talking about, the pushback, man. You know what I'm saying? In terms of
explain.
What I mean by the pushback is in terms of the competition. So you're talking about the portal and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, people, when you talk about the portal, people who tend to transfer are people who are not starting and stuff like that. But they are getting scholarship money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're just transferring because they're not getting playing time.
So you know, that's true.
So you guys are contacting coaches to try to help them. I mean, where is what I'm trying to figure out is academically I can see it across the board. Man, you can help a lot of kids, man. But in terms of sports, right?
Yep.
Is it top heavy? You know what I'm saying?
For transferring?
Yeah, in terms of transferring, because there are a lot of kids, man. You spoke about Alabama, man. You got a lot of All-Americans on that team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many of those cats are, you know what I'm saying, get in contact with you guys and say, okay, find me a school or whatever?
Some of those have not gotten in contact with us to come and pay for our services for us to help. But others have. And if they do come along and let us help them, we're going to help them if they want to. But everything is the want to. Do you want the help? Because a lot of people really think they can navigate this by themselves. They really believe that. They really do.
And that's
they can't.
That's probably because they don't know. But
yeah.
But hold on for 1 second. Finish your question, Damon, and then we got to move on because I want to get some more content in here. Because
what my mindset is, I think it's a brilliant concept. I really do. I think it's a brilliant concept. But in terms of top heavy, is you guys focus is more on those cats in the transfer portal or academic? You know what I'm saying? Because academic, man, that's you talking about a market.
Our focus is on both of the kids. It's not just a transfer portal. We worry about a transfer portal pretty much primarily for our kids if it's necessary. What we're looking for is those who are looking for us. If you're a student and you want a scholarship, we're looking for you. If you're a student athlete and you want a scholarship, we're looking for you. There are 3 million plus kids that graduate every day, every year, every year. All those kids are looking for a school to go to, most of them. Some of them are not, even if it's 80% of them. Some of them are looking at a particular school. Like, prime example, I live in North Carolina. For those who hear, when you hear that, dun, 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 that they got there in Carolina, okay? Everybody can't go to Carolina. Carolina 5 years ago had 44,000 applicants for $60 to $50 a application fee.
Yeah.
44,000. There's not that many can go to their public school. So where are you going to go? There are too many schools out here for kids to go to. They just have to be willing and open to going to that. I've seen some Division threes, gentlemen, Division threes that
Right.
scared the piss out of me. I couldn't believe the school looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Keith, you know who I'm talking about. I think Bill knows. Y'all know Lamont Rucker, right? Remember Lamont?
Yeah.
Actor? Yeah. Lamont went to Carnegie Mellon University. I
Yeah.
know for a fact every student at Carnegie Mellon is smarter than all of us at Pitt and our instructors.
It's
Every last one of
difficult.
them jokers.
Get
But it's a
up in that
private
joint.
school.
Yep.
Private school.
Yep.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's some schools that look just like that a kid can go to and be top tier dog. Top dog. So they don't have to go to those big power fives. Well, we're power five, power five. There are too many schools, brother. Too many schools for kids to go to if they're willing to go. Because
And I,
schools have money. They have
That's
money.
that's brilliant, man. That's actually brilliant.
let me just I'm gonna help Elbert out a little bit.
Please.
He is concentrating on the majority of his concentration is the kids leaving high school. You see what I'm saying? So if he ever deals with the transport portal, if they get in touch with him, but if their kids that they placed in a school transfers, then they help that kid out. Because, and this is where I'm leading up to, this is not free and this is not a government program, is it? Al?
That's right. It's not free.
Let
But you
them
have,
know.
but
That's
it's
how
not free.
you look, if they get in contact with you, they can discuss the price, but
Absolutely.
I want everybody to know that it's not free, but they give you a whole lot, big bang for your buck.
So
So
let,
go
let
ahead.
me ask you. I'm sorry. Let me ask you, Ellis. How would you guys address a kid that's a top athlete, but he ain't got the grades, or he's gotten into some trouble?
So we've had those things happen. And we have too many. So what people don't know, and I'll let you guys know, the people who mentor our kids are Hall of Famers. They're the ones who are looking at film, other coaches, whatever. So we've had so many of our athletes have gone through the exact same things of a kid who's messed up, who's made a mistake, or seen Big Hamilton seen too many, Bill's seen too many stud athletes come to Pitt, and then something happens, and now their life is pretty much trash now, or over, or now they in jail. So we're there to walk that kid through all that foolishness to make sure that they survive and they make it. As long as they're listening, we can help you through anything. There's nothing we can't help you through. So kid has bad grades. So when we were in school, it was Prop 48. If you didn't make that 700 on the SAT, you were done. Okay, you couldn't go to Pitt, couldn't go to Stanford, couldn't go, whatever. But now they have JUCOs. Now they have prep school, and we're in those ears of those coaches saying, "Hey, this kid has bad grades, but he has the skill and ability. He just needs some tutoring. He struggles in this area. If he has an IEP, we cover all those things
Yeah.
to help that kid succeed, get the grades they need, then go on to college. Some kids need 2 years of JUCO, some need one. It just depends. Some kids need a whole year of prep school because they're just too immature. First say, as we see, somebody name of, and I'm gonna go ahead and let the cat in the room or the elephant, John Morant. That is immaturity on behalf of him and his family and your friends. How many times of these men on this camera right now, y'all have friends you knew, hey man, don't do that. Hey, dude, she a hoe. We just real, dude. That dude ain't about nothing, man. He ain't got your best. How many times have y'all done that to people? Just raise your hand. I've done it too many times. Yeah, everybody done it. So who's doing it for these kids? Who's doing it for? Who's telling him no? When I was in the NFL, our rule you had 3 strikes, then you were out. You're like baseball. I don't know if you got 3 strikes no more. I can't say you might get 1.5. Now, not anymore. You can't mess up like that. You just and you go and not like I say we don't want to judge that person, but we make some bad decisions. I was tell kids y'all the smartest, dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. You give a kid one of these phones, these computers, they can do anything in the world on it. But making some good, rational, basic, everyday common sense decisions, they are trash when it comes to that. Trash.
All right.
And they need help.
Since speaking of John Morant, that is a great segue to get great information now.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You know, we can tell you're a veteran at this thing because you laid it down.
He was selling it, wasn't
he? Yeah, yes, sir.
He sold it.
So inspired. So we're going to segue into John Morant and get
please
these other folks involved in the situation. So Karson, we're going to start with you. And all I simply want you to do is tell me from not what you think I want to hear. Tell me what you think about John Morant. So hold on. Do we need to come back to you, brother? Because I want to put you on the spot. Bruce.
You said you know your son because all he said was
Hey Bruce.
Yes, sir.
Give us your opinion about Ja.
My opinion about Ja is multi-layered. A lot of different aspects to that, and it's not just him, but just society overall, and influences of music, rap music in particular that I think influence not just him, but younger people, and to a bigger extent social media and how they use it. And not to say that he didn't do anything wrong. He did. He's used bad judgment. But social media makes it worse. And also something else touched on as far as the people that you're with. Your mother, your father. I've heard about his mother maybe calling if she got into trouble over a Foot Locker argument. Are you serious? Your son is worth $300 million and you're calling him to for a beef with a security guard? That's stupid. So
do it, Bruce. Talk about it.
It's many like layers to this thing. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about, and this is more a conversation and a question to you guys, because I have young sons and I'm worried about them. And it's their decision making. And again, El touched on that. And I don't know if this is because sports was just centered in his life, that he didn't get a chance to do other things and build other skills. But as far as like when is it the kid's responsibility? At what age do they need to cut off certain people? And I want to bring up a story in particular that I read, and it's about the University of Alabama basketball player who he was playing basketball on scholarship, and I think they're from Jersey or DC area. I'm not sure where, but one of his friends was got into trouble, and he moved down to Alabama to live with him. And his parent, the kid who went to Alabama, his parents didn't know about it. And so this kid is living with him. Long story short, they get into an argument one night. They're hanging out. The kid who's hanging with him shoots and kills somebody. Now, the guy who went to Alabama is sitting in jail now on a murder charge. Now, this is probably somebody that he probably shouldn't have been hanging with. But if this is somebody that he's come up with since childhood, it's kind of hard to cut them off. So my question to the group is, and I'll let everybody speak their piece first and their views, but hopefully we can circle back to it. And when is it on the young man to say, I need to cut certain people out of my life, even if it's family?
Okay, we'll come back to that, Bruce, because that's a good point. I'm going to let everybody speak their piece first. Karson, are you ready, sir?
Yeah. Well, it's nothing. It's nothing much to say about him. All I can really say is that he made dumb, dumb dumb decision making, and he needs to work on seeing the people that's around him and who he hangs out with as a whole. It don't matter if it's his friends, his family, his cousins, whatever. He just needs to watch out who he hangs out with, because who he hangs out with can influence what he does, and it can land him in trouble. Can land him somewhere bad.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then: how much responsibility? Now, I'm assuming if you was in the same situation, you would make the right choice. But how much responsibility do you put on your friends as far as their behavior?
I don't put that much because it's all on me to make the right decision for myself, to make sure I'm good and I don't get in trouble.
Okay.
All right,
Hmm.
nephew.
Hmm.
All right, Bill.
Yes, sir. John Morant.
Yes, sir.
I just think, I mean, like I said last night, I think John Morant, I kind of agree with Karson to the point where at some point it's your responsibility. He's 20, 23, 24 years old. He's signing checks for millions. He has the chance to change his whole direction of his family for generations, his grandkids, their kids, great grandkids. He has the opportunity to become the 1% of black people have. And I know the percentage used to go to pros and become a star and sign contracts, but I'm gonna say like 1, maybe 2%. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, if that much. So I mean, it was stupid to say when you do it one time, okay, you made a mistake. One time, okay, everybody make it. We ought to have done something stupid. Look back and say that was stupid. Two times, it ain't even two times, but 3 and 4 times. See, my thing, like I said, I think it's Pop to me as a groupie. I don't know the man. I don't know the man. I know the relationship. I know he's a young man. To me, sometimes you got to separate your son and your son. I don't care how rich my sons get. They can become multi-million. They still my boys. I'm
Yeah.
not your friend. I'm your dad. Or whatever. I'm your dad. I'm not your friend. We can bust it up. We can have a good time. But at the end of the day, I'm your dad. And to me, it looks like his dad is more like his board. I mean, I don't know. Again, I could be wrong, but I don't know. I'm judging from what I see at the games and all that. But I wish John Moran the best. He got to make better decisions. He's gonna blow it off. He's gonna be in the streets like and blow it all. You got to be mature and say, "Yo, man, I love y'all, but right now I can't mess with you. I'm gonna break y'all off a little something." I mean, look at Iverson. Iverson boys growing up for years, right, Bruce?
Yes, sir.
Iverson always had even some dumb
He's a
stuff,
case study.
huh?
He's a case study.
Yeah, and his mom was a groupie. I just go to game and see it. She was a groupie. She wasn't his mom. She was a
But,
groupie.
but see, hold on, man. First of all, it wasn't his friends; it was him too. He was that guy.
Okay, like John Morant.
No, John Morant. No. I agree
No,
with you.
because you're
I
about to
agree
say
with you.
you're about to talk about how he was raised middle class and so on and so
No,
forth.
he
So
was. He
it's
was,
got
but
that's
it's still
it's got nothing to do with it. I
It
mean,
has nothing to
you
because
do
see.
with you.
those
Okay,
four
first of
incidents,
all, first of all,
those four
let me finish.
incidents, no, wait, those four incidents, I guarantee you, was not the first questionable things that he done. Was
First
not.
of all,
Hmm.
you're preaching to the choir, man.
This is a pattern that he's had going for years.
I don't know, but I don't know
Yeah,
about that. I only
well,
know about the 4 times. That's
All
it.
right, but
That's
again,
all I know.
John Morant got to make better decisions when he broke. I mean, I wish he could have, wish he could, would have, could have, should have. He got a chance to make generational wealth. It was my son. I'm gonna jump in his ass. I'm sorry to tell you all that. I know we disagreed about that last night, but that's my son or my nephew, somebody I love. I'm gonna be real with him.
No doubt.
I'm gonna be real with him.
Okay.
But yeah, everybody's different. I mean, but you know, but at some point, I worked with you for 20 years. I worked with you and son. I worked with 30 son. Even 14 and 15-year-old kids know when they know better. They'll say, yeah, I knew I should have did that. I was wrong for what I did. I got to make better decisions. John Morant, 20 something now, 22 maybe, been league 3 or 4 years, could be the face of the NBA at some point. After LeBron goes to be the face of the NBA, he got an opportunity to dream of. got a 1%, a 1% case study, and he about to mess it up. About to cut, so mess it up. Trying to be cool with his homies. So there's nothing wrong with having a gun to protect yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that, as long as it's legal. I'm not knocking a gun thing. Why you on paying a bunch of clowns and social media putting a gun and putting a gang sign? Come on, bro. And if me personally, if my son's mother called my son and told us she had a problem with the security guard at the mall, I'm gonna jump on her ass. Don't call him.
Big time.
Don't do that. Don't call him.
Look, get cussed out because I should be the first. I should be the first motherfucker you call.
Don't call my son. Don't call my son with that dumb stuff. He changed the trajectory of our whole life, our whole generation of family members. Yeah. You calling for a security guard because that
now let me just say this. We don't know the whole thing, but what we've been fed is his mom called. See, I don't want to be out there like we berating her.
No.
But just in case.
No. I'm kind of blaming the father. I'd have been like, yo, don't call my son.
Yeah.
And I know Bruce got kids when he's married. I'm not. Don't call my son for that, please.
Yeah.
Don't do that. He goes something stupid like that. Come on, that's stupid. That's stupid. Yeah. So you feel disrespected? Come on, man, stop. I don't know, but I guess just whatever.
Here's the thing, man. My man is in a position where a lot of young brothers wish they would be in. You know what I'm saying? He got people around him, man, the yes man that's just telling him this and telling him that, and they got his back and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? What if John's mother called him and said, hey, this young dude doing this and doing that, he busts up. He ready to roll. And his boy say, hey man, what's going on? Man, this dude over here messed with my mom. I gotta go check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Of course his boys gonna ride with him. You know what I'm saying? They gonna ride with him, do whatever. Who's to say that his mom shouldn't call his son? You know what I'm saying? That's their business, man. You know what I'm saying? If that's how they get out, that's how they get out. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just imagine this for a minute. He not thinking about the money. He thinking about somebody messing with his mama.
Stop, please, stop.
Hear what I'm saying, Bruce? I mean, Bill? Hey, my bad, Bruce.
That's all. I concur with Bill, though, so.
No.
Let me ask you.
No.
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
I want to ask Ellen Keith something. You might know too, Bruce.
How many
real quick. How many young boys? All right. I'm saying no more.
Let him finish.
Go ahead.
It's real easy. Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I want to ask a quick question. Real quick.
It's real easy. It's real easy. It's real easy for us to stand on the outside and say, oh man, this young brother messing up the bag, he this and he that. We don't know the situation. We don't know what's in his mindset. If my mama called me, I'm coming. You feel me? I'm coming. I don't give a shit about the bag if I feel like my mother's in danger. You know what I'm saying? You got to take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Him with the guns.
She wasn't in danger though.
Nobody blamed him from coming because his mother called. They said
him with the guns. You know what I'm saying? Was that stupid? Absolutely. We can all say that was stupid. This dude 23 years old, man. Hold on, let me finish. He wilding out with his boys. You know what I'm saying? I carried guns. I wilded out. Did all that. You understand what I'm saying? But the difference is, you know what I'm saying? The difference is, cats will look at me wilding out with, with my gun doing what I do. They be like, man, dude, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? They look at him and they're judging this man for, oh, he's a dummy, he this and he that, and all that because of the bag.
Bro.
Because of the bag.
First of all, I understand your point. So I don't.
What's my point?
First of all, you talking about you think it has a lot to do with everybody keeps mentioning the bag, but no, it's pure stupidity that he did having gunplay 4 times in a damn within a year span.
People do dumb shit, man.
Okay,
so it's acceptable. That's acceptable.
Who's saying it's acceptable?
You saying it's okay. It's no big deal. Don't blame me.
That's what you heard me say, Bill.
In so many ways.
In so many ways, you heard me say in so many ways that that's okay.
Hold
I
on,
say
hold on.
I say people do stupid shit, man.
Okay.
First of all, the object of this podcast is to let people be heard. Now, if you want to say it earlier, you don't cut them off and tell them and question it. We ain't about that, man. Because I want to hear every one of your points.
Here is the thing I'm saying, man. This is the point I'm making. This dude is 20.
By the way, I don't agree with you, Fluke, but go ahead and finish.
Okay.
Fuck.
Here's the point I'm making, and I think this is the point everybody's missing. This dude is 23 years old. You know what I'm saying? He at the beginning of his life. He gonna make mistakes. What if he lived till he 80 years old, man? We gonna judge him for this situation his whole 80 years? Are we gonna do that? What y'all gonna say? 2 years from now? He get get back those contracts for $500 million. What y'all gonna say then?
Man, who cares about that, man? I don't.
But you care about him being in the spotlight, his life being played out in the spotlight. You care about that though, and make a judgment on it.
I care about his.
I'm saying, what if 2 years from now he get the bag back and his life moves on forward? Okay, because he learned from his mistakes. What about that?
Nobody care about the bag, man. I don't care about the bag. Everybody else might.
I'm just saying, what if he turns his life around, move forward, and he's okay?
I'm happy for him. And I'm not debating you. I'm just answering your question. That's it. L, you had something to say? You raising your hand like you in the classroom.
Yeah, I want to hear my brother out. He does have. I understand his point, how he feel about the bag and the whole thing. But this is the thing, for if I could tell my side of some things. So my boys, it's some good old Southern country thugs down here. If you ain't never been from where I'm from Durham, it ain't safe.
It's a wild
For those who don't know, people don't know why I even had a little bit of toughness. I went to Hillside High School. I've seen a couple things. I ain't seen everything, but I've seen enough. I've seen somebody get cut with a machete. Okay? One of my boys was a big-time drug dealer, wore three-piece suits to school every day. Every day. And his whole thing was making sure I made it. These little criminal knucklehead kids don't make sure that they ain't doing like Biggie's boy supposed to did, or my boy did. They asked me, what you doing there? I said, I'm going to the Olympics. Great, we got your back. We ain't disciplined enough to do our work and go to school and smoke weed and chase chicks. So you going to do it right? We got your back. So in this particular instance, the brain does not mature until 25, 35 years old. That's one problem. Okay? And everybody matures at different rates. And I love to say everybody has to have a Damascus experience and get knocked off that horse. When does it happen for you? And is it going to change? I don't know. Like I said, 2 years from now, he got a whole bag back or whatever. It's more important than the bag. The world is judging him. We are not judging him. Those who are in power are judging him, like they always judge us. We're going to watch the news tonight, whatever, 11 o'clock. They're going to have 3 different killings or murders or shootings on there. I guarantee you, 66% of it, that's 66% is going to be some chocolate or Latin American or more. It's going to be all black. That's who's judging. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty of it. And it's hard for us as a people to keep from getting judged when a certain stipulation has been put out there about us. It's not fair. It ain't right. But y'all done had to walk under that same umbrella I walk under. I'm a black man in America and the world. And I almost have to be perfect, which I'm not. And it ain't fair. And so many other people do the exact same thing that young man did. 4 times, 5 times, get a smack on the wrist because I have money to negotiate and do this. Now, he has money to get out of, pay fines and get out of certain stuff. But that stipulation is going to be on his back no matter what. Even when he gets done with this, they're going to bring this back up 4 or 5 years from now, watch what I tell. They did the same thing to Ray Lewis. Hey, Ray done got cleared of all charges. He came clean. Hey, it was my boys. It wasn't me. I was trying to protect them. Blah, blah, blah. I'm mad person. But I'm telling the truth now. They tortured that man all the way up to that Super Bowl. All the way up to the Super Bowl. But look at Ray Lewis now, like he said. I think the young man's going to change. I just hope it happens faster than later. Hope somebody's in his ear, like a Jim Brown guy, so other people, somebody getting that boys in, hey, young buck, blah, blah, blah. And I think Bruce got some. I saw his hand go up. I don't want to take over the show.
My only point is this, man. I don't know a brother that I know ain't had their head bumped, man. His situation is just everybody know about it.
You right.
You understand what I'm saying?
You right.
Everybody know about it. So
right.
That's why I mentioned the bad, because that's what everybody judging him by. The bad. Man, oh man, you gonna mess up all that money, man. That's you the dumbest person in the world. You know what I'm saying? Which further isolates him.
It's a good point, man. But
Which further isolates him, and keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. He did come from a middle class home. His dad did make sacrifices to make sure he had all that stuff. But man just got an ego, man, and he got his head bumped.
all right, let's look. First of all, it's okay. It's okay to disagree. Give us your point. Because the thing about it is, we all grown men with 115 on it. We feel how we feel. So we got to be willing to listen. I'm not saying we're arguing. I'm saying to you is we belaboring a point, trying to make a point. You know
But here's the thing, Keith.
Hold on. Bruce got to go, folks. Because like I said, I'm not trying to debate you with this. It's not what we're trying to do.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to debate either, but I did have to rebut what Fluke said, because he said everybody's judging him because of the bag. I don't know if I would say that I am, but that's a big bag. And that is a very big bag. That's a $300 million bag. And he has the potential to influence a lot of other people in his life, other young kids who are looking up to him, just a whole lot of people. And I don't think that we're saying that that nobody has ever made mistakes. He's young. He's going to make mistakes. Well, when is it the responsibility of the people around him to protect him a little bit? Whether it's the friends that he's hanging with, his mother. I don't know the story. Again, if she called some stupid beef, that's stupid. I mean, that's dumb. That's just dumb. If his father is not telling him the right things, like Bill said, which is what a father is supposed to do. And so that's why I wanted to ask a bigger question, that if those people around him aren't doing what they should be doing to keep him out of that, then at what point is it his responsibility to start cutting those people off? Like a Kobe Bryant. Not saying that he was right or wrong to cutting people off, but at a certain point, he realized that he had to start cutting people off in order to get to a point where he wanted to be. And where is that? And again, Fluke, I'm not saying that he's not going to make mistakes. He is, but he is in the spotlight. And
yeah. But Bruce, he realized he had to cut those people off because he got his head bumped, man.
Okay.
That's when you realize when you got to cut somebody off, when you get jammed up messing with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Right. Think about that. How many friends y'all have had in your life, man? Just be honest, man. How many friends have y'all had in your life that this dude is wilding out, and people around you say, "Hey, man, they ain't the right cat to be around, but that's my dog, man." You know what I'm saying? Then he get jammed up, and then you realize it. Or you get close to getting jammed up with him, and you be like, "Damn, this dude ain't no good for me." Then you come to your senses. You know what I'm saying? You come to your senses. I'm not saying that he should get a break. He should learn. He should go through his maturation process, man. That's his process. We just bigging it up because the potential of money he might lose
but
in terms of generational wealth and stuff. That's why we bigging it up.
All right, all right, hold on. Karson, do you have something to add, brother?
I want to say like the people around him should just like take accountability for like what they're allowing him to do like to other people. Like they need to like speak up and like tell him to go in this other direction instead of going the path that he's going. They need to like speak up and tell him not to do the bad things.
Okay.
Let me ask you all a question. This is the last point I'm gonna make, Keith. Let me ask you all a question.
Bro,
Keith, let me just ask this question, man.
Quick, man. We want to move on to another subject.
Okay, we can move. Let me ask this question, man. Okay, let me ask all y'all this question. What if he wind up losing it all? Right? The contracts, the future. What if he wind up losing it all? Don't he still have a life to live, man? Not contingent on your opinion about what he did and the mistakes he made. Don't he still have a life to live? If he loses it all, so what? He still got to live a life. He still have to figure out how to learn from that mistake and live a life. You know what I'm saying? Do we pay attention to everybody's judgment? Man, you done messed this up, you done messed that up. So what? He earned it.
Okay.
can I add one more thing, Chief? I know you got to go on next topic. I thought as old heads, we go to school with young boys, right? If old heads saw me doing stuff or shit that was wrong, whatever I was doing, with women, with dudes in the street, hanging with the wrong cats or drinking or partying, not going to school, old heads would say, yo, man, you wrong, right? Whether it affects my bag, their bag, brother's bag, don't hang with pork in them because these boys don't wind up in jail and you ain't do better than that. And guess what? They did, and I listened. I didn't like it. Point was my man.
You listened the first time, bro? Bill, you listened the first time?
Yes. No, not the first time. No.
Okay. All right. Thank you for being honest.
No, I didn't. No, of course not. Yeah,
Okay.
but I wasn't. But I was still doing what he was doing there.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'm just saying.
We get ready to move on. Because, like I said, we're recycling the same. Everybody's repeating themselves.
Well, I've been sitting on my
Required,
question for a minute, man. Hold on, wait, man. Let me talk, bro. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, because I've been sitting here and I've been patient, brother. I've been doing the right thing. Okay, this ain't about John Morant, but it's John Morant adjacent. Okay, before we came on air, you guys were talking about NILs coming to high school in North Carolina. How do we address that situation? Because it's going to happen again. Bruce talked about I forgot who he was talking about, but you talked about how that guy's situation was a prototype. John Morant is a prototype of the possibilities that could happen if we start letting high schoolers get a hold of large amounts of money. They're going to stop going to school.
That's a good point right there.
I got you.
You know,
that's a good point.
They're going to be on Instagram flashing. How do we address that?
That's a real good point.
Indeed.
All right. Well, look. I can answer that this way. It depends on what the NIL is based on. Because my problem with it, and I don't really know it all, but my problem with it is this. It takes the hunger away from the kid if it's successful. North Carolina is a experiment, I think. Because I think it's the only state that actually put it into practice. And what it does is, if a kid gets a substantial amount of money in high school, right, in which they're doing now anyway, because if they TikTok famous or whatever they're doing on their social media, you know what I'm saying, without being an athlete, it's happening. You know what I mean? But I think when you speak from the athletic point of view, I think it might take the hunger away from the kid if he makes money, he or she makes money before he goes to college. And if you take the hunger from it, then it has the possibility to make the kid not coachable. And that's just my opinion about it.
And then you got to think about the overload of parents moving to North Carolina to try to get that money.
You're exactly right. Look, we all laughing, but we all know, especially when you got one or two examples of it, exaggerated examples of it, and El can speak on that. It's gonna be an exodus. You know?
Well, parents can try to move here for that if you think your kid is NIL worthy of that type of money. But what if your kid's not NIL worthy?
They got to be honest about that, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, you really. But we live in a delusional world. This phone, somebody is on here posting something every day. They got a whole following, and some of it's pure foolishness. I'm like, how do you have 5 million or 500,000 followers? I said, they're scratching my bald head. You not talking about anything.
Yeah, but they get a bag with it though. That's crazy.
You're right. I stand correct. But even with that, a kid who has an ability, has a skill, and I think back to when I was in the NFL, they had our name in his likeness was Sega, PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think I got $5,000 to bet on that game for using your name. You sign they send a little waiver around to everybody in the thing. You sign it, give it back to them. You either check yes, check no, and in the summertime you get a check from all their sales or whatever from using your name. A percentage of, if that's a cent a game or whatever, I don't know what it was. So now we have that happening for the kids. Now, my framework of brain work is this. Without us, there are no inventions on this planet, and there's no athletics. Period. I'm talking about, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't being racial. This is
go ahead and preach, bro.
Fact.
Go ahead and preach.
Without the African American, black man, woman on this planet is garbage. Without us, we create everything. We are the best singers, the best dancers, whatever you want to call. Scientists, astronauts, we can do all that stuff. You way past giving money back to us for whatever, as far as I'm concerned. Now, somebody needs to come along like us or some other group. Okay, young buck, if you have this, now this is what you do with it. This is how you manage it. Shaq said something that messed me up because I try to catch little doodads on this show, that show. Shaq said he had $100 bill. The billionaire guy told him, he said, okay, tear that in half, save it. He said, now tear that in half, save it, ball out on this. I was like, oh, I never heard that. That's crazy. Okay, so that's how you save and you invest and do all that stuff. So,
can I ask you a question about the NIL real quick?
Yes.
Do they give you money? They give you money, like, because the reason why I asked that, because I've seen Angel Reese to go win national title, right? Page. Got a brand new game.
Yep.
Diamond watch. I'm like, damn. And my mom thinking like, that's illegal. But I'm thinking, wait. She said, well, I got this from my NIL. I'm thinking, they give you cash money like that, like $100 grand.
Yes. It's endorsements, man.
Yeah. So it's like.
Go ahead.
Yep. So it's like endorsement before the endorsement.
Yeah.
Okay, because they want to get to these kids. They want to get to all these athletes.
So
they want to get to act whatever.
Mercedes heard from more of their brand or their car dealership maybe.
So the car they're gonna give them the car for free. They give them the watch for free because if they drive it, they wear it. It's called marketing.
Yep. I got it.
So the best thing that they got going today, when I watch the Super Bowl, right? They already got me. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm buying Papa John's pizza. I'm buying Pepsi. I'm buying them stupid chicken wings. I'm buying Doritos. That's it.
Hey, Bill.
Yo.
NIL stands for name, image, and likeness.
Yep. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
NIL NIL should stand for 40 acres and a mule. Because
It should.
if you
It
guys
should.
think
You're right.
that had we got that 40 acres and a mule outside of
No,
slavery, we would not have squandered it.
No.
no.
Hold
No,
Man, come on, man.
it's some scrubs, man, that got
on.
got the bag, man, in
You trying to be
NL.
funny. You trying to be funny right now, man. Ain't nobody, I'm
Come
not
on,
fucking.
man.
We
I'm
can ready
just
to
putting
move.
it out there.
You're quiet. We
Put it
can ready
out
to move to
there.
another subject. You don't go. You don't go
NIL
ahead with
should
that
stand for
bullshit.
'Go
40
ahead,
acres and a
Spoke.
Stop
mule.
that,
Hey, Spoke, get us our 40 acres, son.
I
man.
want to hear what Freeway say. You can't say something about the golf course.
Hey, but look. Oh, let me.
What
I
you say,
promised
Bill?
Carson.
What
I
you ready to
promised.
say, Fluke?
I promised
The
Carson
program.
I was. Hold on, man.
Okay.
I promised Carson that I was going to ask this question, and I want you guys to, because he is wounded and his scars have not healed because his Lakers got.
Is that why you so quiet?
Well, hey, look here, nephew. If you gonna ride, you gonna ride, bro. Win, lose, or draw.
I
You
told
ain't
you about
supposed to.
messing with LeBron anyway. Did I tell you about that, young boy?
Oh,
You ain't
oh.
supposed to win all the time. Keith, you muted or something, brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
my fault.
Hey, nephew, you can't win all the damn time. How much?
Yeah.
Really?
But let me ask him this question, Fluke. Carson, in your opinion, and this is for the rest of the group also, in your opinion, will LeBron James play for the next 3 years?
Woo.
No. Hey, look, you can answer with your heart. You don't got to be a scientist about this. Answer how you feel.
You muted, man.
Oh, you muted. Hold on, man.
Is he muted? Yeah.
If he wants to play with Bronny, he gonna play 3 or 4 years more. But if Bronny don't make it to the NBA enough time, he's retiring next year. After next season, he's retiring. He got 1 more year in him. He's gonna play till he's 40, I think, because he's not gonna get another ring. I want him to, but I don't think he's not. If we don't get enough pieces to win.
So, in your opinion, he didn't have enough pieces, is why he lost to Denver.
Like, no, like when I say enough pieces, like enough pieces, the step up for him when it counts the most.
3 or 4 more All-Stars, you mean?
Yeah. So you about to start that fire again now.
Now you going with that bullshit.
Oh my God!
All
Hey,
right.
you know what? Hey, here's
Hey, Fluke,
Here's-
you're a LeBron fan, so I want you to go last. Finish this up, all right? Bruce, question is to you.
If he's going to play for another 3 years, of course, yeah, definitely.
Would it be at a high rate?
No, I think it'll be at the rate kind of like how he played this year in spurts, picking his spots. And I think it's going to decrease a little each year, the next remaining 3 years. I think that'll be it though, in the 3 years. But he'll play at a decent rate. Yeah, but yeah, he's definitely going to play for the next 3 years. I think his goal is to play with his son, and he's going to make that happen. And he keeps in incredible shape, kind of like a Tom Brady. So yeah, it's definitely reachable for him to do it, and I think he is. Yeah.
Okay. L, Bill, you next.
Father Time is undefeated and untied. I was mad when Larry Bird retired. I hated seeing Magic walk off the field. I still want to see Kareem throw that shot, that sky hook a couple more times. But your body is gonna outlast your mind. If I take my butt out there, think I'm a dunk like I did back in the day, Keith, I won't be on this show for about 4 years. I'm gonna be in traction somewhere. Okay, I ain't gonna be able to
Yeah,
do it.
that's real. That's real.
That's real. He played with I think a torn tendon in his foot this whole series. The average Joe, I've played with torn ligaments on something. You can't do it. He's a bigger
Nope.
man than me. I've been on the sideline getting a shot. Okay, put a cast on this. I tried. It don't work. So I don't know if his body's gonna last up. He is the greatest at probably taking care of it that I've seen besides Jerry Rice and a couple other folks, and that doggone Tom Brady. But can his body keep up with that joker's mind? I don't know. I just don't know. I love seeing him play. The energy he has is incredible for. Is he 38 now? Is that right?
38.
That's ridiculous, man. That's
Playing
ridiculous.
basketball.
Yeah.
Dude, that's ridiculous. I've seen him jump one time at 38. I know he almost hit his head on the rim. Ain't no way in the world, dude.
Yeah.
That joker is an athlete of athletes. I don't understand. But I don't know if his body gonna last. So want to see him like I'm a Richard nephew. I want to see him ride it out. I want him to get one more too. I ain't gonna front. But I don't know if his body gonna last long enough to be with baby boy with his son. I just don't know.
Gotcha. Bill.
I'm gonna say this about LeBron James. He's probably the best, most phenomenal athlete I've ever seen do what he's done for so long at the level he's done it. Okay, 20 years he's still running, he can still jump. He just some petty injuries that kind of mess him up, but I guess that come with age. I kind of think he knows the secret to longevity that no other athletes ever figured out, especially in basketball, which is a little more demanding sport than being like the Tom Brady. You know, Tom Brady is phenomenal too. But so in that case, if the way he takes care of himself, that he knows that he maybe taking some little roids or something, I don't know that nobody can detect. Which is, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because he does shit that most young people can't do. Okay, so say that if he can grab a 2, 3, or 4 more All Stars,
Wow.
can I almost say it?
Go ahead, man.
There's a possibility to stay 3 more years, but I'm on the L tip where Father Time, he can't play at the same level another 3 years. What he did this year and last year, to me, is phenomenal. He's phenomenal this year to me. When he played, he had 30 points in that final game, that game 4, the first half.
40.
But in the first half, he had 30 points, I think, right?
First half, yeah.
I think he kind of wore down as the game went on. He wore out a little bit. But he does some phenomenal. He's phenomenal in that regard. So do I think he can play 3 more years? And he probably knows something we don't know about, some type of drug out there that can keep you trying to use, possibly. I don't think his son.
Now you start rumors and shit.
I've seen his son play. I don't think his son's good enough to be the. I haven't seen him say his oldest son going to pros yet. I haven't seen him. Maybe
Come on now. Come on.
I think his youngest son is better than his oldest son, in my opinion. In my opinion, but maybe Bronny got something I ain't seen yet. And I wish Bronny to go. It would be nice to see them play together. I'd be crazy to see them play together. But I'm kind of 50-50 with it. I don't think he can play 3 more years. Maybe 1 more year. Then another year, maybe like a lower, like a like Kareem did. But I mean, I don't know. I can't see 3 more years though. Not at that level, at that age. No.
I think that's kind of why I said 3 years, because his son is not like a one and done dude. Not at all. Not even close.
Right.
But I think he's gonna be a good college player, but pro, I'm still got to show you.
That's good stuff.
I think his youngest son better than his oldest son to me.
It's on you. It's on you, Jaquari, and then Fluke is on you.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. You know, as a fan, I'd like to see him retire, man. I'd like to see him retire, take care of his legacy, and go get a job at Prime Time Scouting.
That's what's up.
I can take that. I'll take that.
Hey, Fluke. Do it real quick, man, because I want to get to another question for y'all, man, before we shut this down.
As far as LeBron James is concerned, man, what else can he do, man? I mean, he got his naysayers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Am I a true LeBron fan? Me personally, I'm a Kobe guy, man. I'm a Kobe guy, man, because I like his heart and how he played his, did his thing. But LeBron, I can't take nothing from that dude, man. And plus, man, what he has to think about, man, if you go to the basket, man, with limited contact, and you fall on the ground, you say, "I heard something pop." Dude, that's age, man. You know what I'm saying?
Still. That's real.
That's something you have to consider that, dude. And then at 38, you want to continue to play to fit out the season.
Facts.
That's when you stat pattern, man. That's when you stat pattern, dude.
All I do is take a shot.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I never considered LeBron stat pattern until at the end they said he played with a torn ligament in his foot. I'm like, why?
But you know he was close though, man.
Dude, they was not beating Denver, man. Denver was a contender, man, for the last 4 years since the bubble, man. It's their time. It's their time, man. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, come on, dude, man. You a billionaire, man. Go ahead and just sponsor your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? And do what you gonna do. And quit playing where people can say, well, he ain't Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody Jordan. Nobody. And ain't nobody LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just fact. But if he keep on playing and keep on getting hurt and missing games, that's gonna be an argument against his legacy, man. Sit down somewhere, bro. You done did your thing since age what? 18?
18.
Come on, man. Who else done that?
You're right.
Nobody.
Let me squeeze.
Went to the finals 10 times and went to 3 different teams and won titles. Come on, dog. He cemented, man.
All right,
and he's a great recruiter.
Let me squeeze this in here. This question.
I'm trying to be good, man.
The whole.
Love you, Snoop.
Love you too, bro.
That ain't Fluke. That ain't nothing but a bitter 76er fan on there.
Oh,
man, hey, look here. I got my pad of paper to talk about it too.
But look,
help me out, bro.
let me ask this question, man, from you guys, right? I don't believe in the GOAT. I believe it's your favorite player. You ride with your favorite player, period. But in the last 15 years, that's all anybody ever talked about who's the GOAT. Karson, we're going to start with you. Who do you think is the GOAT and why?
I don't even think I LeBron is, because he's the all-time scoring leader, the greatest scorer of all time. He's top 10 in he's top 20, at least top 20 in every single category, except he's top 20 in every single category, and he's top 5 and 3 and top 10 and 2. So can't say that about really anybody else in the history of the NBA.
Look, unless you looked it up and fact checked, I think you kind of shortchanging him when you say top 20.
20, I think so too.
I think you.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so.
He's top 20 in rebounds.
Top 5 in assists.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and finish, man.
And he has one of the most finals appearances than anybody, than almost any team, than every team, because he has 10 finals appearances. And the only team that has more is the Lakers and the Celtics and the Warriors. Those are the only teams that have.
No, not the Warriors, man. You was right with the Celtics and the Lakers. You absolutely correct. The Warriors has only been there, 6 times? That's it.
No, 8.
Oh, 8.
Been there 8.
Okay, Ja'Cory.
Oh, my GOAT, man, is Dave Bing, man. For one particular reason.
I thought it was
Big,
Bill and Bill.
big Steel. After he got done having a hell of a career in the NBA,
Facts.
he took that money and those resources, and he opened up lives for countless other people.
That's facts. Good answer, bro. Good answer.
Or
L.
Magic Johnson. Yeah.
L.
Big Hammer, I'm gonna be straight up with you. From knowing so much about basketball and certain people, I can't choose that one guy. It's too many. I gotta look at Russell. I mean, if I gotta look at Tiny Archibald, I got from World Be Free and Larry Legend, who's scared the piss out of Magic Johnson. Anybody scared of Magic Johnson, he got to be on my Mount Rushmore. I can't just choose one dude. It's too many. Kareem was in the movie with Bruce Lee, nigga. Good God. I'm like, what can I say? I don't know. I don't even know how you can even call a GOAT with all these jokers out here to play. Isaiah and his leadership, that's a mean little man.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas is an angry little dude out there doing stuff up there with a messed up bat, saying he could dunk higher than he did till he fell. I don't even want to see that. You know, I can't. It's too many. It's too many, man. It's too many. I mean, when Chris Muller was killing folks, you seen it.
Yeah.
You seen it. You was there. That left hand was pure.
I was the witness.
Dude, I'm sitting on the sideline like a little kid, like, huh? No, man. No. It's too many. I don't know how you do that. I'm sick of the GOAT thing too. It's too many greats.
Yeah.
It's too many. It's just too many greats to say. Now that assassin of all assassins, that got there, Mike, and I didn't know Kobe was the assassin he was until I started researching that fool. I didn't know he worked like that. I didn't know Kobe just would work out 3 hours before the game. It's so many dudes, man. The dude who won the doggone Laker jersey, the symbol of the NBA, for real.
Yeah,
You still the symbol. Forget a white man created this game and won us. It was a white dude from Holyoke, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
You know, he put 2 peach batches up, started this whole game as a white guy. You know, not being racial, we just talking facts. So that's too. Hey, just saying.
Dr. Naismith, yeah.
Doctor, say it again. Dr. Naismith, yeah.
Dr. Naismith, yeah.
Hey, if Pistol Pete were an alcoholic, I don't know what he would have did.
No doubt. Bruce.
Shoot.
Can you repeat the question again, big dog?
Who's your GOAT, man, and why?
My GOAT, well, when I first started really watching basketball is when Magic came in the league. And my favorite player is who you see behind me, Magic Johnson. And right next to him is Maurice Cheek. So those are my favorites. But in my time of watching basketball, who I would consider the greatest player, from what I could tell, from what my eyes see, is Michael Jordan. And no one I don't think will ever supplant that. I do have a number 2, LeBron James. I think I just like point guards. Magic and Maurice Cheek, they're point guards. I got another jersey of Jason Kidd on the other side of the wall, on the room right there. I love point guards. So when I look at LeBron James, I see him as a great scorer. I see him as a great point guard, a great floor general. Like Karson was alluding to, as far as other categories that he's a statistical leader in. Assists. He's top 5 assists. He's number 4 on assists in the all-time leader category. So I put LeBron at number 2. But as far as my GOAT, it's hard to say. It's hard for anybody in my eyes to be Michael Jordan. And I put LeBron at number 2.
Okay. Luke.
My GOAT, man, I don't have a particular GOAT, man. I got at the top, man, I got 3 people at the top. LeBron, Jab, and Michael Jordan.
Who's the second one? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the second one.
Jabbar. And Michael Jordan. And the reason why I got them there, man, is because Skyhook, you know what I'm saying? With Jordan, man, that determination, that dominance, with LeBron, he's probably the smartest player that ever got on the court, man. You know what I'm saying? You talking about the most cerebral basketball player that ever played the game. That's LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can take that away from him. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? He manipulated the game with his mind. Physical prowess also. You know what I'm saying? Far as they say, well, Kobe and Michael had that killer instinct. Hell, so did Bernard King. And the hell that got to do with anything?
Bernard King.
Bernard
You know what I'm
King.
saying? So did Bernard King. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of taking, I ain't gonna say mediocre but the average players to finals, who the hell did that, man? Other than LeBron.
That's true.
Who else did that?
That's facts.
Nobody.
All right, Big Bill.
I've been thinking about that. I think me and Dawg talked about it on the phone one day too. To me, what's the definition of GOAT, I guess, of all time? Is that through championships? Is that through statistics? Who changed the game? You got a lot of guys who Curry changed the game with a 3-pointer. Magic changed the game with a big point guard. I mean, it's different things. I mean, different things can determine what. In my era, I gotta say Michael Jordan because he changed the game. He made it like a global to me. He made it like a global game. I never seen him. He never looked like. I never seen him look like. In early years, he struggled sometimes against the Bostons and the Detroit Pistons. Of course, everybody got to climb that mountain. But Jordan, everything Jordan did, determination, leadership, the aura he brought to the court. I mean, I hear ex-players say how they feared him, how they feared his presence. He had that type of presence out there. But to say that, in my era, I would say Jordan. LeBron's probably top 5. I'm a Magic Johnson guy, too. I like Dr. J. The Dr. J created the above the rim game. You know, Doc didn't win a lot of championships. But is it Wilt? Is it Bill Russell? Is it Kareem? I mean, who is it? Who can? I mean, I never seen Wilt play, but the skills I hear about Wilt is incredible. But in some things, Wilt played against little guys. But Bill Russell wasn't a little guy. Bill Russell was one of the great. We go out championships. Bill Russell's probably the GOAT then. If you're going by 50 championships, Bill Russell's the GOAT. I mean, in my opinion, again, humble. I never seen Bill Russell play. All I've seen was statistics. When you talk about who changed the game, who took it to another level, I mean, you know, you keep saying Jordan had great talent. Other than Pippen, who was homegrown, him and Pippen grew together. Rodman came over later on. I've seen LeBron play with 2 All-Pros. I mean, Wade and Bosh was not no chumps in the game. They were probably the 2 best players on the East. They were top 3 players in the East before they joined forces. He went to Cleveland. Kyrie was there. Became a better player. You know, he had Kyrie. He had Kevin Love, who wasn't no joke back then. And then he went to L.A. and recruited Anthony Davis, who might be the 3rd best big man, maybe the top big man in the game, other than Jokic and Embiid right now. So I just think the GOAT is probably Jordan. It's debatable, of course, because you can go out of LeBron's statistics is phenomenal. He might be the greatest athlete I've ever seen. LeBron could have been a tight end or defensive end in the pros too. But I think the greatest is Jordan. Debating Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, I didn't see him play. I mean, Bird, to me, I hated Larry Bird. I hated Larry. I'd have fought Larry Bird back if I could have taken one of my alligators. With my ass. I don't know.
Because y'all was in the same division as them.
That's because you used to break y'all off.
Listen. I was a big Charles Barkley fan, right? I hated Jordan, but we couldn't beat Jordan. Charles Barkley could not beat Jordan for nothing. Even with the Phoenix, he couldn't beat Jordan.
Yeah.
I gotta give the props to Jordan, man. It's tough. It's not a blowout. It's edgy. You go either way, but I think the money's on Jordan. The speaks and everything. Gotta go Jordan.
All right, I got one last question. And be short, guys, because it's simple. I want you to answer the question and tell me why. Right? If you had a choice to pick a career between Robert Ory and
Oh,
Charles Barkley,
Not again. Not
which
again.
one would you choose?
Not again.
Karson, it's on
Oh
you.
my God.
Robert Horry. I chose Robert Horry because he shot big time. He shot big. He made big shots in big moments and win big rings. All I have to say.
Big Shot Bob. Bruce.
Listen, I'm not a Charles Barkley fan at all. I don't think he has championship DNA. I don't think he's the man that you build your team around at all. I just thought Charles Barkley is overrated. But if you're asking me to compare Charles Barkley to Robert, it's Charles Barkley hands down. He had the better career. If
No,
people,
hold on. Listen to the question. I'm
Mhm.
not comparing the two because
Mhm.
Charles Barkley was a
Mhm.
beast. It ain't got nothing to do with it. I said, if you have a choice of careers, which
Mhm.
career would you choose? So you're choosing Barkley.
And I don't think you hear me correctly. I'm choosing Barkley every day, all day.
Okay.
If you polled 20 NBA experts and you said pick your top 50 all-time players, they will get to Barkley way before they get to
Bruce,
Robert
Bruce,
Ory.
Bruce.
Robert Ory wouldn't even
Top
be in
200
the
probably.
conversation. So Charles Barkley is my answer. I'm less than
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay. All right, now. Luke, real quick.
I'm biting off Bruce, man. Ori wasn't in the top 75, man.
Top 200. Look what you mean.
No, bro. Listen. The
Dude,
career.
dude.
No, I'm talking about not compiled
You
rebounds.
talking,
That
you
ain't
talking
true. That
about
don't count.
Barkley, man. Barkley, hands down, it's not even a comparison, bro.
Okay, I got you. Bill.
You ain't got to ask me that. And Bruce, don't let my man Charles Barkley was not overrated, bro. The round man was not overrated, bro. At 6'4", what he did, at 6'4",
You say
come
he
on,
was
bro. Come on
overrated?
now.
No.
He was not overrated, bro. He was not overrated. But I'm choosing. I mean, Big Shot Bob made he was 6'7" man off the bench and made a couple of big shots, but I wouldn't change his career. No.
Okay. L.
Uh, I love Ori for the silence
Okay,
of being a
listen to
silence.
this. Tell us
But
who you're going to choose and then
I
tell
tell
us
you,
why.
I'm gonna tell you
That's
why.
all.
I just love Charles Barkley.
Thank you. Love that.
It's just a I'm not a role model, but you are a role model. I
Yes,
don't know
sir.
why just love Charles with his chunky 300-pound coming to the league self, balling out, trying to win, just couldn't win. I just love Charles. Just always love Charles. I ain't got nothing against Ori. His career is better, but in some rights when it comes to rings. But overall, I love Charles, man.
I got
Love Charles.
you.
He like Muhammad Ali to me. Everybody liked him for a minute. Now we love you.
Damn, that's a hell of an analogy right there, boy.
That really is because I don't really have a problem with that. But you're right. You're right. Karson, did I ask you?
Yeah. He was
Oh,
asking again.
is it on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go with Ori, man, because
That
not
phone is
because
dead.
of the championships or the rings or anything like that, man, but because of the hoop dream, man. If you was a real baller, you know, and you was on the blacktop at 9:30 and the lights was buzzing because they was about to go out, and you was dribbling out there by yourself, what was you saying? It's 10 seconds left on the clock. Armstrong is dribbling, trying to, he ain't got nowhere to go. And his dream is about to end tonight, and then you shoot that jumper up and hit and switch them nets. That's the hoop dream. Now, how many times has he lived the hoop dream, man?
How many times
How many
did
times?
Robert Ory live that dream?
Yeah, but guess what though?
He got it down to a science, man. You can't tell me he is.
Yeah, but
That's
guess who put
like
him in that
saying
position?
Gary Payton.
Guess who put him in that
Steve Kerr,
position?
Gary Payton. Right.
Charles Barkley put him in that position to hit one shot. You know what I'm saying? How the hell you gonna choose
I,
Ori? He didn't score 15 in the game, but he hit the last shot, but he that deal. When Barkley got 45 points, man. Really?
Okay.
because
Hey,
at one
record.
point
Hey, Smoke.
that
So,
shot that last second shot became his job. That was his
Hey,
expectation,
Smoke.
and he
Let me
came
ask you a
through.
question. Would you take Steve Kerr over Gary Payton?
Huh?
Would you take Steve Kerr over Gary Payton?
That's a good question.
Steve Kerr. No.
what
Steve
that
Kerr,
got to do with it? He hit
Steve
only
Kerr
one
hit many
shot.
big shots.
He only hit one big shot. What are you talking about?
He
Yeah,
won
yeah.
championships with Jordan, didn't he? He won more
Right.
than one championship.
Okay,
I
it's
mean,
my time. It's my time
can
to
you
answer. But go ahead and
can
finish.
So
can you
Ori
Finish
is Steve Kerr on steroids, man. All right.
no, because you can't even you can't even compare their careers.
Ooh,
Look, here's my thing. I thought it was compelling, right? Charles Barkley obviously had the greater career, right? But you asked me which career I would choose. And just like Jaquari said,
you're a ring
I
taker.
dreamed about those shots. And I saw this man hit for every ring that he was involved in, he hit a shot to change the series. Period. Sacramento was getting ready to close them out until that bum Diva tipped the ball to him and he knocked it down. Detroit was getting ready to close them out until he went on a hot streak and closed and broke our momentum.
Yeah, no. The receive misses defense assignment. That's what happened in that
But he
game.
still hit the shot.
Can,
That's
can
my
make
point.
can make one statement.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Like where I'm from, right? You know, when you growing up, you on the playground and you playing, they might give you nicknames based off, how you play. Like there was cats that nicknamed like Doc or Magic. They might even call somebody Barkley. But I never heard anybody get called Ori though.
No, you want to know what you heard, Bruce?
I never
What
heard
did you
about
hear?
Ori Speak. Never heard
Hey,
about Ori
And,
Speak
look,
because he's a
and you
bigger.
hey,
look, and Bruce,
what's my man name?
but you
Play
you know what?
for
You heard it from professionals that you respected. They
wait, hey,
call him Big Shot Bob.
Yeah,
hey
it's
Keith,
true.
So
True,
hey
true.
just
Keith, hey Keith. What's my man name? Bruce played for San Antonio.
Bowen.
Bruce
Duncan?
Bowen.
Bowen.
Bruce Bowen.
Oh, Bruce Bowen.
How many big defensive stops he made to get those
Plenty of them.
championships?
A lot.
Some of the best players too.
A
Some of
lot.
You
the
understand
best
what I'm
players.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
How many defensive stops did he make? He did to win championships.
Mm-hmm.
when
Isn't
Robert
that the
Ory,
isn't that the same thing, man?
no, it's not.
He don't
Because
got the same
Okay.
amount as Ori
when
though.
Robert Ory hit the shot, they won the game. It was for games, man. See, you like,
Those defensive stops wasn't for the games, man.
bro, stop that, man. I don't agree with you. Let me put it like that. No, how is that a good point?
Keith, you played the game, man.
And this is why I'm saying to you, just because you said defensive style, I was a defensive player, so I understand what you're saying. But I'm saying to you that this man hit 7. He had 7 rings and he hit 7 big shots.
Oh, he hit
Come
7
on,
big
Keith.
shots.
All
7.
7. Come on, all 7. He
Come
won all
on,
7
man.
rings in the
All
team.
right,
No, he ain't hit no 7 big. No, he did
he
not,
did.
man.
I
Yes,
remember
he did.
3.
I remember
No,
2
he
or
did
3.
not hit no 7 big. He got 7 rings. He ain't got no 7 big shots, dog.
He hit big shots with Houston. I'm gonna give him 6. He hit big shots with Houston. He hit 2 big shots with San Antonio. He hit he hit big shots.
The
He hit
Lakers.
big shots when he was with the Lakers.
Big
Stop playing.
Big dog. Can I ask one more question? You're a coach. It's 10 seconds left. You drawing up a play. You drawing it up for Ori.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, no, answer my question.
No, I'm answering
You not?
How many times did you see him hit the shot at the end of the game?
Some of that shit was fluke, though. Some of that shit
So
was
wait a
tap
second.
out.
So wait a second,
Hey, Bruce,
Bruce.
you just
Bruce,
broke your own tail.
you
You
say
said,
you
are they drawing up a play for Ori? How many big shots did you see him hit?
But some of them were tap outs.
He hit 8. He hit 8. I just looked up. He hit 8.
I saw him hitting about 4 of them joints, man. I ain't seen no damn 7.
So wait a
He
second.
hit
I seen
7.
more. I only seen more with Houston. I
So
only
Bruce,
seen more with Houston.
I just pulled it up. He hit 7.
you telling me, Bruce, that
Karson pulled it up.
you would pass up drawing up a game-ending shot from Robert Ory at the risk of putting Barkley on the line to shoot for the game?
Ain't nobody drawing up a last-second play for Robert Ory in history. Never, ever.
Saw it.
Oh my God!
You saw them. What are you talking about? It was only one tap out. That was
Look here.
That's because other people had attention on them. That's
So when
because
he-
other
so-
people had
so
attention
Keith,
on them.
So Keith, when he played for San Antonio, you telling me the coach said, "Listen, we're gonna keep him dunking the ball, kick it back to Manu, kick it back to Manu Ginobili, and find Robert Ory,
First of all,
and find Robert Ory."
Bill, think about
did.
what you're saying. You're sounding crazy right now. You know why? Somebody passed the ball to him to hit the shot.
Okay, they didn't run the play for him.
Okay, what? Okay,
They didn't run the play for him. Though.
But here's the point I'm making, man. Here's the point I'm making, man. I watched too much. I studied too much film, man.
I think
Where
phone ran, it died on him, man.
I watched too much. I watched too much film, man. Personally, I watched too much film where defensive stops change the momentum of the fucking game, man. Excuse my language, but change the momentum of the game. You know what I'm saying? When my coach pointed out, that's how we won the game right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, do somebody hit a shot or whatever? Yeah, they hit the shot. But how do you get in position to get to that point where you can hit that winning shot? Has to be some defense is being played somewhere.
You are exactly right, bro. You are exactly right. But you are minimizing.
And now tell me where the hell Robert Ory played defense, man.
No, look, you're minimizing the actual thing that won the game.
Can Karson look up Robert Ory's career stats for us?
Didn't you do that already, Karson?
No, I looked at the shots or the stats.
So why are you bringing up the stats though? I don't get that.
Who brought it up for LeBron? LeBron was top 10 and every
First of all, hey Bill, I asked the question. Hey Fluke, when we done, go ahead, go into your segment so we can let you know because people's phones are.
Who got the most last second shots, man, in the history of the NBA, man, in the playoffs?
I think it might be LeBron.
It's LeBron James. So what are we talking about Robert Ory for?
Because of the question that I asked. What do you mean? How you just gonna switch up to LeBron just for?
It's not a switch up. We're talking about hitting that last shot. That's LeBron James. It's not Robert Ory, man.
Luke, we're talking about the better careers, man. That was the question.
Well, then, that's obvious. Charles Barkley.
And you disrespect Charles Barkley from Robert Ory.
You said Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo.
So you gonna shut me down, man, because I'm right?
Look at you reaching now.
So Keith.
I'm shutting you down.
Keith, you ever have Ory's career or Karl Malone?
Listen to what I'm saying to you, man. First and foremost, the man was responsible for helping to win freaking rings.
So
I want that career. I want a career of 7 rings. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now you got an argument with Charles Barkley. You got an argument. But don't bring nobody else into this situation. 7.
Hey, big dog. You went against Patrick Ewing, right?
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing has 0 rings.
Okay.
Karl Malone, 0 rings.
Okay. What's your point?
Moses Malone got 1.
What about those guys?
Robert Ory got more rings than Moses.
Would I pick career? I told you. Not the fact that he sat on the bench for rings and got collected rings. He didn't collect rings. He was out there on the floor. and he did things to get those rings.
Hey, Keith, let me ask you a question, man.
That's all.
When you talk about rings, right? Let me ask you a question. When you look at all those Boston teams, man, do all them cats got more rings than Robert Ory, man?
What? Who you talking about exactly?
Larry Bird.
I'm talking about who played with Bill Russell. Look at all. What's his name? Casey Jones.
Okay.
How many rings he got?
He got the same amount as
Casey Jones is a playoff.
It sound like y'all just saying things to win the argument now, fellas.
I mean,
it's
damn. I just wanted y'all to just tell me who'd you pick.
Do you want Charles Barkley career or Casey Jones career?
Oh my God.
Do you want?
Casey Jones got how many rings, man? Because I answered it. And Casey Jones was a dog.
Oh, he can play. I thought
He was a dog. So hey, come on, man, stop that.
Okay, he was a dog. Okay,
Yeah.
but was it? But did he have Charles Barkley career?
Oh my God.
I mean, it's either a yes or no.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You don't know.
He was on the starting five, man.
Casey Jones
Starting five and won 11 rings.
Look up Casey Jones.
So what did you say? You shaking your head. He was on the starting five and had 11 rings. So
Okay.
what's your issue with it?
Okay, so he got. He better got about 9 rings.
All right, Luke.
But do we talk about him, man?
He only averaged his career. He only averaged 70 games.
Who?
Casey Jones.
Yeah,
How many rings he got, nephew?
got 11.
Okay.
Hey, what? Wait a minute. What are you thinking about?
Okay, so in those 11 rings,
He was a defense.
he scored 7 points.
He was a
His
defensive
highest
specialist.
was 11. Was 9.
Okay, so are you making an argument because he got 11 rings? You making an argument?
No, you was preaching about defense. He was a defensive stopper. And
All right.
started.
Robert Horry averages 10 points for his career. His highest was
Really?
16. Highest
Look
was
at you
16.
laughing.
I'm not taking nothing from Robert. I like him because he a humble guy. He got 7 rings and he humble.
He's a
But
good
ask the question why he humble, man.
All right,
No,
fellas.
first of all, man,
Points
are you-
made,
are you-
fellas. Points made, man. It's time to
And
move
you
on.
keep bringing it up. I'm trying to close this thing off, man. So it's into you now. If you want to sit up there and talk about Barkley your last segment, then you can. But it's time to close it off, man.
The round mound of rebound.
You gonna yeah, man. Really? This is what I'm gonna say, man. Real talk. This is my segment, man. This is what I'm gonna say, man. When we look at these players, man, in whatever sport they're into, and we judging them by how they playing the game, whether or not they meet up to our expectations or whatever, they still men and women. You know what I'm saying? And what we do, we get on the internet and we speak about what type of human being, what type of man they are, what type of woman they are. And that has absolutely nothing, the basketball, football, has absolutely nothing to do with what type of man or woman that they are. It's just something that they do. They just do it at a high level. You know what I'm saying? But what we do as fans, we judge their personality. We judge whether or not they're man enough to be this or be that. We compare them to this person or that person. I'm old enough to recognize that I watched Jordan play, and then he had bad games. He had bad games. But if you listen to Jordan fans, he was what they call him, Black Jesus. Come on now. I never saw him as that. I saw him as a guy who failed and then overcame. That's what I saw. You know what I'm saying? But when you start talking about, well, who's better or who's the GOAT, Everybody had their process they had to go through. You know what I'm saying? LeBron had to leave Cleveland because the owner wasn't bringing people in to help him win anything. And if you look at this, his first final that he went to, name 3 players that was on that team. Name 3 players. But when people talk about, this is my last point. This is one thing that I could never understand. And I'm not a diehard LeBron fan because I'm a Detroit Pistons fan. He broke my team off to get where he was going. So I'm not a diehard LeBron fan. But there's never in the history of the NBA a player being as scrutinized as much as LeBron James. When Jordan was playing, they didn't talk about the cats that was before him and made comparisons. They didn't do that. Jordan ain't played in over 20 years and they still talking about him and comparing him to LeBron James, who's still trying to get NBA championships. You know what I'm saying? That don't make any sense to me. And they say, but man, LeBron's soft. How the hell, how you going to tell a man, like Clyde Drexler said when they asked him, man, they were talking about comparisons with him and Jordan. Clyde Drexler said, and I'm paraphrasing, he said, this dude went to 10 NBA finals, man, when a lot of us didn't go to any. Who cares what his record was? I don't care if he lost all 10. He went to 10. You know what I'm saying? He did that. But he goes, well, he 4-6. He went to 10 of them joints, man. And people who live in cities, man, ain't never won no damn NBA championships, don't say shit. Don't get on the bandwagon. Count all the NBA teams, that fraternity, man, that went to NBA championships. If you don't live in one of those cities, don't come to me talking about Jordan and all that shit. Because y'all ain't won nothing. Detroit got 3. Could have had 4. Could have been the first team to 3-peat. We ain't won shit in 20 years, but we in that fraternity. Everybody else with teams who ain't won nothing, I don't want to hear nothing about, well, LeBron this and that or whatever. Because guess what I can say about a team who ain't won in the last 20 years? You know what I'm saying? The Bad Boys, they beat them all. They beat them all. How come Isaiah Thomas ain't, up there in the upper echelon? How come he ain't? He beat Bird. He beat Magic. He beat Jordan. He beat Doc. He beat them all. But when he started talking about his resume, it's all about hating then. Oh, he just mad or he just hating. I remember when Phil Jackson got on and said, well, man, they fouling and all this politicking and shit with his bitch ass. Politicking. He's supposed to be the best coach of the NBA. He had Jordan. He had Pippen. He had Shaq. He had Kobe. And how many players he had from the Pistons to win championships. He didn't have to coach. Oh, he what they say? He managed egos. Really? Really? How many times have y'all watched him? His team's getting their ass kicked and he ain't calling no plays to make no adjustment. He said, just let them play through it. That's what he did. Oh, just let them play through it. That's not coaching, man. That's realizing that you got better athletes than everybody else.
Take his own home, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? So, as I look at this whole thing, man, it's like what y'all was saying earlier, man. It's hard to say who the GOAT is. You know It's really difficult, man. And today's society, we judge people by their manhood by a game that they play. How ridiculous is that, man? That's ridiculous.
Hold on, Bruce.
Man, LeBron is soft. How you gonna be soft if you went to 10 NBA finals, dog? Carrying teams. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Bruce. You had something to say?
I just wanted to correct Fluke on one thing about the Black Jesus. They do not call Michael Jordan Black Jesus. Black Jesus is Earl the Pearl Monroe.
Earl the Pearl.
And if I'm not
That's the
mistaken,
original Black Jesus.
he is from where I'm from, South Philadelphia. So
Well, Bruce, you older than me, man. I don't.
That's
You older than me. That go. Wait, that's too old for me, man. I'm a young cat.
let's get that fact straight right now. Give Earl the Pearl Monroe his due.
All right, last words, man. We got out of here. Big Bill, last words, brother.
Thank y'all for having me. It's a pleasure. Keith is wrong as usual, but I still love you anyway. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm playing. No. It's a pleasure. Thank y'all for having me again. I look forward to the next time.
Karson, last words, brother.
It's good to chop it up with y'all, fellas. Thank you for having me on here. Appreciate
Good
it.
to have you on, nephew.
Bruce, last words.
Ditto to both Bill and Karson. I love being on here, chopping it up with my fam. I've known y'all for damn near 40 years.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure knowing y'all, always talking good stuff.
That's real.
Getting ideas off of y'all, learning from y'all, my big bros. So I'm glad to be on, and will always love to be on in the future.
Ja'Quari's last words, brother.
Gentlemen, I thank you once again for coming on, man. You know, our satellite hosts. I thank you for your time, and I look forward to the next time. Peace.
Fluke, last words, brother.
Tina Turner.
Hey, appreciate you always, my Philly brothers, man. Love y'all to death, man. And I just got one question for y'all, man. How many championships Philly got compared to Detroit, man? Can one of y'all answer that question for me?
What was the question, Luke? What was the question?
How many championships did Philly got in the NBA as compared to Detroit?
2.
How many we got?
2.
Billy Cunningham and Wilt Chamberlain.
Right? I said how many Detroit got?
2.
And Dr. J, 2. We got 2. Detroit got 3, right?
I said, yeah, we got 3.
Yeah, 3 right
So don't
y'all.
you ever talk about
And B gonna get one. Once we get Damian Lillard back here, we gonna get one.
who gonna get one?
And B, we get Damian Lillard back here.
Yeah, that's if it's tum tum ain't hurting.
Look.
Hey, Blue.
Hold on. We gonna talk about this when we go off live. Now I gotta give El some love, man. First and foremost, man. Please.
Yeah, I appreciate that, dude, man.
Yes, sir.
This is Elbert Ellis. He's a part of this association, Prime Time Scouting. Is the numbers and the website. First and foremost, if you paid attention, this brother had a lot of knowledge for your children. If you listen, if you have an athlete or you just got a scholar, he said that they got room for all of it. You know what I'm saying? And he broke us off with a lot of knowledge. And we definitely appreciate it. El, we know your phone died. We know your phone died, brother. But we appreciate you. And thank you guys for coming on.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all always. You know, I'm trying to make, me, Damon, and Ja'Quari, we already stars. Well, I'm trying to make y'all 2 stars, man. You know what I mean?
Thank you, big dog.
Y'all just got to get off that Philly shit, man. Y'all be on it too long.
Hey, y'all got us in hockey, man. I get y'all that.
I'm gonna let y'all
in
have
baseball.
Don't forget about football.
I'm gonna let y'all have it because y'all got a Super Bowl.
Thank you,
No, they
big
don't.
dog. Thank you.
But this is Strong Perspective Podcast. Do us a favor. Look, we going a little longer than usual because Coach Ellis had great information for us, and he did a great, fantastic job. And please go to our YouTube channel, Strong Perspective Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. Put us up there because we want to start reaching a lot of people. Look, this is the best kept secret now. We don't want to be a secret no damn more. We want to shout in some people's ears. You understand what I'm saying, Chief? So we here every Friday at 7:30 with the Strong Perspective Podcast. Y'all have a good night and good weekend. Peace.
Peace.